Hey first graders, I'm going to read the final chapters of our book today. So we have been reading Junie B. Jones Has a Peep in Her Pocket, and we are going to read chapters 7 and 8 today, which are the final two chapters in this book. So if you remember, she is on her her and her class, her first grade class, were going on a field trip to a farm, and she was not thrilled about it. She was scared of ponies. Then she was okay with them and was scared of roosters. And her mom sent her on the field trip anyway. So she is now at the farm with her class, and the farmer, to try to help calm her down, has let her be his little helper for the day. So we are going to start with chapter 7. And chapter 7 is called Spike. So let's see what Junie B gets into these last two chapters. After lunch, it was time to get the children together again. I clapped my loud hands some more. Okay, people, the fun is over. Get your buddy and get in line. On account of Farmer Flores wants to talk some more, apparently. Farmer did a teensy frown at me. Then he held my hand and we walked across the yard to another fence. Inside the fence, there was a building and some chickens. Okay, everyone, said Farmer Flores. This is the last stop on the tour today. He pointed. Can anyone tell me what that little building right over there is? Lucille jumped up and down real happy. The gift shop! The gift shop! I've been wondering where that was, she said, real delighted. Farmer Flores did a chuckle. Well, that's a good guess, but most farms don't have gift shops. He looked at the class. I'll give you a hint, he said. My wife and I get eggs for our breakfast every morning from that little house there. Just then a boy named Roger jumped up and down and all around. I know, he shouted. It's a hen house. Farmer Flores smiled. Right, he said. It's a house where hens lay their eggs. Farmer Flores opened the gate. I tugged on his shirt, and he bended down next to me. Is there a rooster in there too? I asked, kind of scared. Just one, he said, but there's lots of chickens. Want to go in and say hello? I shook my head real fast. Then I runned away from the gate speedy quick. Polly Allen, Puffer, and Jim laughed and pointed. Look at Junie B. Jones, they hollered. Junie B. Jones is afraid of roosters. Farmer Flores made an angry face at those two. Hey, he said. I'm surprised at you boys. There's nothing wrong with someone being cautious about roosters. Just then, some of the other children looked kind of scared too. Why? Asked Lucille. Is the rooster going to peck us? Farmer Flores shook his head. No, he said. That old rooster in there is a pretty calm fellow. But that doesn't mean Junie B should be laughed at. He smiled a little bit. Why, I've been around farm animals all my life, he said, but every once in a while I still come across an animal that I don't get along with. Farmer laughed. In fact, we used to have a goat who nipped at me every time I got near him, and for years I made my wife go in his pen and feed him. After that, Farmer Flores winked at me, and Mrs. said I could wait outside the gate. My shoulders relaxed very much. I sat down on the grass outside the fence. Only wait till you hear this. Pretty soon Farmer leaned over the fence where I was sitting, and he was holding a baby yellow chick. I giggled and giggled at that cute little thing. A chick, a baby chick. Can I hold it, Farmer? Please, 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 I asked. Farmer Flores put a baby chick in my hands. It was fluttery and softy and light as feathers. Oh, I love it, Farmer. I love this baby chick. After that, I put the chick in the grass and on my lap and in my straw hat. Plus also I put it in my big, wide pocket. I peeked at it in there. I wish I could take you home with me, I said. I wish I could take you home to my house and then you could live with me and my dog Tickle forever and ever. Would you like that, huh? Would you? The baby chick did a peep. Hey, you said yes, I said. I turned around. Did you hear that, Farmer? The baby chick said it would like to come home with me. Farmer shook his head. Oh, I don't know, Junie B, he said. I'm not sure you'd really like having Spike grow up in your house. I did a frown at that man. Spike? Who's Spike? I asked. Farmer pointed at the baby chick. Spike, the chick, he said. We named the little guy Spike. I pecked at the cheek again. Yeah, only Spike is not actually a good name for a fluffery baby chick, I said. I know, Junie B, he said, but Spike isn't gonna be a little chick forever, you know. I know, I said back, 'cause someday Spike will be a big, giant chick. Right, Farmer? Right? Right? Farmer Flores shook his head again. Well, not exactly, he said. I looked at him real curious. Well, if Spike won't be a big chick, what's Spike gonna be? I asked. Farmer Flores took Spike back from me. He held him in his hands and patted his little softy head. Someday, Junie B, he said, Spike will be a rooster. Chapter 8. Confusion. I had confusion in my head 'cause first I hated roosters, only then I liked Spike, only Spike is gonna be a rooster, and so now what am I supposed to do? I didn't talk much after that 'cause confusion takes up a lot of thinking, that's why. Plus also, I might need counseling, probably. Finally, the children finished seeing the chickens and they came out through the gate. Then Farmer Flores held my hand one more time and he took us to the field with the wildflowers in it. He said we could pick wildflowers for our mothers 'cause that would be like a gift from the gift shop, he said. After all of us had our flowers, Mrs. took our picture with the nice man. And here is the bestest part of all. Farmer Flores took off his hat, and his head was not a nub. I danced all around that guy, very thrilled. Farmer Flores, your head is not a nub. Your head is not a nub. He wrinkled his eyebrows. Thank you, he said kind of quiet. You're welcome, Farmer, I said back. 'Cause guess what? Now I don't have to be afraid of roosters anymore. I jumped up and down. Now maybe I can be afraid of goats, just like you, I shouted. After that, Farmer Flores looked at me a long time. Then he rolled his eyes way up to the sky. I looked up there too, but I didn't see anything. All right, so that's the end of our book. I hope that you enjoyed this story with me. Junie B. Jones has a peep in her pocket. I hope that you all continue to read all summer long, and I will miss you so much, but hopefully I will see you next year as you walk down to your big second grade classrooms. I love you all, I miss you, and have a great summer.